I'm almost done with the 2 liters. Almost done with it. Anyway, let's talk for a second. I know I haven't been over here to cook to cook live in a couple of days, just because I'm trying to get my skillets and stuff from Customs, which is a whole other mess here in Bali.
Okay, you guys, we are back with another highlight, and this time we are checking back in on Darius Cook. We actually making a U-turn. We doing a U-E because I actually posted a highlight from this, and we focused on his response to Dre and Dallas. But I missed something that was interesting. Very, very interesting, okay? Because I just feel like Darius keeps this. I feel like he kind of like throwing himself under the bus again. He is talking about his move to Bali and how he left his items at home, and that's why he hasn't been cooking, like his pots and pans and stuff like that. And of course, if you're marketing yourself and you're selling product, you want to use your stuff. You don't want to be out here using what's that lady that be cooking that got the pot set? Dang, I can't think of her name. Dang, I couldn't think of her name. I could see her whole face. But anyway, she had the cooking, the TV show when she used to cook and all that kind of stuff, whatever. You don't want to be using other people's products. Like, he don't want to be on here with a Tabitha Brown pot set and he got his own pots. You understand what I'm saying? So, someone in his comments is going to give him some information. And the way he responds to the person, I want you to check it out. Because he didn't get super nasty how we are accustomed to him doing. He actually toned it down some. But check out what he had to say. Then I'm going to come back at the end of this video to give you my input.
It doesn't work like you think it works. I had a box of things shipped from the United States to myself, thinking that it would be easy to get to me, it would be easy to come. And that's just not the case. It does not work like it works in America, even though it is DHL. It does not work the same at all. I had the box shipped from Tammy. I paid for it, $800 to ship the box. I had it shipped from Tammy to Tommy, my business partner here in Indonesia. Well, they think I'm trying to smuggle something to Tommy or Tommy trying to smuggle something in. So I had to give every piece of proof of evidence of everything I could ever finally give, which took 18 days and 17 nights for them to tell me what the list of things were. You think you could just go to one person and say, hey, what do I need to do? Or the person who reaches out to you, you would go, oh, let me just tell me what I need. There's a comprehension issue here. They just don't know. No one knows anything. No one knows how to get anything done. They have on the full uniform. They work there, but they don't know. No one knows. So finally, we figured it all out, got all the paperwork in, had to do a power of attorney, had to get it notarized, the whole bit. Here it's called duty stamp, but they get it notarized. And they're going to assess taxes and imports on my stuff, right? My personal items to the tune of 2,600 United States dollars. So I have shipped myself a box from the United States for $800. I had to pay DHL. And now I got to pay to the government. I have to pay another $2,600 for import. The import tax, the import fee in order to get my stuff. So it's very different here. It does not work the way you think it works. It does not work the way you think common sense would work. It does not work the way you think efficiency works. But that's the difference between a third world and a first world country. Just FYI, okay? Been dealing with that, going through. So I wanted to get all that stuff in first before I cook live again, which may not be happening. So I may just end up doing like 1 or 2 more cooking live streams without the new skillets and without the new cookbook, right? I could have brought it with me from America when I came, but I didn't realize that I left it, number one, because I was so focused on packing all of my photography equipment. I didn't even think to pack the damn skillets and the damn cookbook. And then 2, my suitcases were already, I had 2 suitcases at 70 pounds. Normally I fly EVA Airlines. You can only take 2 suitcases, 70 pounds. It didn't even dawn on me I was taking Delta. And because I am Diamond Medallion on Delta, I could take 3 suitcases up to 70 pounds. So didn't even realize that, didn't even know that. Had I known that, this wouldn't even been an issue. But, you know, you can't cry over spilled milk. And when I found out, I was pissed because I was like, damn. I could have brought a 3rd suitcase with me, but I didn't even think about it. And by the time they told me it was too late to go home, Yeah, it's stuff that I needed. It's other clothes, it's a pair of shoes, it's a couple of skillets that I need to cook live with. So, all you chalk it up to is the cost of doing business and going about it. Yeah, I shipped it to myself, but this is what it costs. This is how they work. It doesn't work like America. You think in America, you could just, they don't even have a post office here, that delivers mail to everybody's address. They don't even have that here. So these are things that you don't think about being an American until you get over here and you're like, whoa. I did. I shipped it to Tommy. I did. That's what I did. I shipped it to Tommy's address because I felt that shipping it to Tommy's address would have made much more sense simply because he lives here and I don't, right? So I'm thinking it would be a lot easier to do that. I did all that. Trust me, I did if you think about what needed to be done and you go, what's the best way to do it? I did it the best way, right? If you said, okay, you have extra things that you need to have shipped to Indonesia because it can't fit in your suitcase, what's the best way to do it? I did that, right? I did it based on what I knew. Had I known, it would cost this much, had I known it would be this much of an issue, I swear to you, I would have done something different. But I didn't. I had no idea. I had no idea that it was like this, and it is beyond a headache. And I think it's not even a headache dealing with customs. It's a headache because no one has an answer. You know what I'm saying? That's the hard part. Is no one knows anything here. You can ask one employee a question. They need to ask 8 other employees, have a team meeting, and still not have the answer. It is beyond frustrating, but it is just the way things work here. It is just the way things work. It is beyond frustrating. Yeah, there's no getting around it. There's no getting around it. Nothing you could do. And at the end of the day, it's like they just don't know. I'm telling you, as an American, coming from a first world country to a third world or developing country, there are things that we just completely take for granted. And one of them is comprehension. I mean, we take it for granted until you get here. Shonda Janae, the other problem I have is when I start talking about Indonesia, all of the Indonesian experts come out of the woodworks and they want to give me advice on what to do. You telling me to get a shop and ship account. This is not your first time saying it on this live stream. It's your second time saying it in this live stream. All right. I shipped one package. That was all I had to do. I am not shipping multiple packages. I'm not doing this again. It was a one and a done. All right. So I appreciate your candid advice that I never did ask for. I appreciate you giving me information, even though you don't have a license, but please chill out because now it seems a little bit obnoxious and like you just want to be seen and want to be heard. All right. I don't mind you sticking around. I don't mind you staying around. If I needed any, I am an e-commerce expert. I ship hundreds of packages from a warehouse 10,000 miles away every single week. If I needed help with anything with shipping, trust me, I wouldn't come to the internet to ask. All right. So I appreciate your concern. I appreciate you having the knowledge, but I need to let you know that it's becoming obnoxious that every other comment you put up is about this problem. Okay. We get it. You have the answers. You're Miss DHL herself. We understand it. But until a person asks you for advice, no need for you to give it. Sometimes a person is venting. They have the answers. They're just getting it out of their system. All right. At this point, I'm venting. Okay. Thank you, Puddin'. All right. Yes, you have to pay them. Yes, you still have to pay $2,600. Yes. Yes, you had to pay $800 to ship the box out of the United States. You paid that to DHL when you turn the box in. And then when you go pick the box up, you got to pay $2,600 US dollars to get the box. Yes. Absolutely. That's how it works. 100%. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right. So it's a little different here. Things are very, very different. So, but I did not start this live stream to talk about, I was just telling you the reason why you haven't seen me cook in the last couple of days is because I really want to get my stuff and I want to cook. I don't feel right cooking with these pans that's not mine. I don't feel right cooking with these skillets that's not mine. You know what I'm saying? I just want my own stuff. So I don't mind doing it. I don't mind paying the $2,600. It's just going to be the cost of doing business. I'll just sell a couple extra skillets, show a little thigh, shake a little leg or something like that, and then boom, we'll be good to go. That's kind of how I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So be honest with you. Now, what I came by to say, and I got most of this off of my chest yesterday, so I doubt that this is going to come off. Well, for me, it was yesterday, last night. For you, it was this morning. I doubt. I know I'm also an expat. I live in the UAE for 9 years. I'm speaking from experience. I understand you speaking from experience. I never asked. Let's just start there. I get that you're speaking from experience. I never asked. And when you give advice to someone that you don't have license to give advice to, I'm not your best friend, I'm not your kid, I'm not your relative, girl, I'm not your classmate. So when you offer advice and someone never asks for it, it doesn't come off as expertise. It comes off as offense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying in this moment is you giving me advice I never asked you for does not come off as experience. It comes off as offense. And you're offending me. You're offending me. I didn't ask you. All right. Now, what I really stopped by here to talk about was this whole Dre and Dallas situation. Now, I don't mince words. I say people's names.
Now, you guys heard what Darius said. He started off the conversation with, let's talk. Okay. Could it have just been a figure of speech? Absolutely. But words have meanings, right? And he normally talked to his audience like he's having a conversation, like chit-chatting with the homies, with the girlies, you know what I'm saying? Having a good old grand time. And usually when you present what you have going on in your life, whether it's a problem, it's a happy time, people normally give you some type of response. And this lady gives him a response because he's speaking about, oh my goodness, these shipping fees and export fees and import fees in Bali and America and getting his stuff over there is it's just, costing him coins. And he got the money, so ain't a problem with him spending it. Spend your coins, boo-boo, spend your coins. But he said something interesting about how he didn't ask the person for their advice. The person is not licensed, which how does he know? You don't know what that person is. You have no clue what that person's expertise is, whether they are licensed in something, whether they specialize. You don't know this. You're making all these assumptions. So he makes a statement that it's offensive, that he's offended, by her giving information that was unsolicited, giving her advice that was unsolicited because he didn't ask. And I find that interesting. Like, how are you offended by someone giving you information, although you saying you didn't ask? Because you like to give people advice and information and give commentary on other people's business all the time. And I'm just like, what? How do you say this out of your own mouth when you be in that same very seat? It just don't make no sense to me. I ain't got no beef. I'm just speaking what I know, just like Darius do, except for if he respond to this, I'm not going to say I'm offended, because how can I be offended or feel some type of way about something when I do the same thing? Ain't that kind of like the pot calling the kettle black? Ain't that kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but y'all let me know your thoughts. People in the comments was like, girlies, don't get blocked. Who need to be blocked today? And I'm just like, damn, but he did offer that. He did say she could stay as long as she shut up. But all right, y'all, let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and follow for more commentary like this.